here. Is that going? Yeah, it is. Right. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. I went in to get my car MOT'd. And whilst it was being MOT'd,
right,
there was like 5 or 6 of them. It's amazing, isn't it? There's only one mechanic, and I don't know where all these other Asians... I don't know what they were all doing there.
Time pass.
I'll tell you what they were doing. They were eating a large, big bag of chips, right? And then one had got some keema, one had got some chicken with curry, right? And what they were doing, they were calling everybody out, "Oi, idraya! Oi, come on, come on, khala yaar, khala." Right? So I don't know where they got this food from, but a big bag of chips. They was all picking the chips up, dipping it into the curry, right? And then one was having keema. Mm-hmm. With some mutter, and another one was having chicken, and they were just calling each other over. And the guy said to me, he says, "Billy, you're going to talk about this?" I said, "Would I? Yeah, I wouldn't talk about it." And then he introduced me to this other guy. He said, "This is Billy Bbau." He says, "Oh, nice to meet you." And he said, "Have you heard him on the radio?" He said, No. He said, "I listen to this station and this station." So he's talking about 2 or 3 other Asian stations. I thought, I thought, I can speak about you because you're not going to be listening anyway. He was a little donor walking around. The guy said, "Oh, he's a wonderful businessman, he is." Yeah, he said, "He's a wonderful businessman, he is." I said, "I can see he's a wonderful businessman. He doesn't let go of you." Right, so people are glad to get rid of him, you see. That's why he's a good businessman. People go, "Changa ho gaya, chale gaya at last." But I thought, I'll definitely be giving him a shout tomorrow.
And Billy and hor koi kam nahi?
Oi! That's right. Get yourself into trouble, G.
Oh, well. I've been hanging around with you too long. Did they have their thermos with jar?
Yeah. Anyway, they've started. People might think they're listening to the Asian network here, so we better stop talking. Anyway, very good morning. Going out to my dear friend, Sir Christopher Lee. Have you ever heard of Christopher Lee, G?
Yes.
Stevie, you know about Christopher Lee?
Yeah, he takes me back, he does.
He takes you back. Believe you me, he'd take your back off you if he had the chance. Christopher Lee, for those that don't know who Christopher Lee is, Sir Christopher Lee, a fantastic actor of all the Dracula movies, and I believe it was from the 50s, 60s and the 70s. Personally, I'm not into horror movies, but I do know someone that's listening into horror movies. And if you want to click onto the Saturday Breakfast Show on Radio XL, it's a group that's been set up. You'll find Mudge has put a few things on there for us. And he's the Prince of Darkness.
And talking about Mudge, just very quickly, very, very happy birthday going out to Mudge. I hope you had a fantastic birthday, which was yesterday.
All right.
Yes.
Is he 50 now then?
I think he's 55 actually.
61.
He looks no older than 21 though.
Right, from a distance. Anyway, do you know what Prince Charles actually knighted him? Did you know that? You know, if I was going to be knighted, Stevie, I'd want to be knighted by the Queen. I wouldn't want to be knighted by...
Why the Queen?
Why? Because she's the ultimate, isn't she?
Oh, yes,
she's the ultimate. I mean, I don't want her Vadekanavala son, do I? I wouldn't want him. Anyway, he's obviously standing there. Can you see the picture of him?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
He takes the sword out, and you know what? Do you know what's his name? Christopher Lee said. He said, "I don't mind people with swords. It's wooden stakes that I don't like."
Brilliant,
anyway,
brilliant.
Talking of Christopher Lee, I was at Little Papu's house a fortnight ago, and I was watching, and I wanted to talk about this actually last week, but I never got the chance because of things, the way things go sometimes. And basically, I was watching a film called The Man with the Golden Gun.
I remember that, yes.
You remember that one?
James Bond.
James Bond, right. Well, in there's a little Donna, and his name is Nick Nack.
Yeah.
Right, you remember Nick Nack, right?
From Fantasy Island, wasn't he?
A bus, the plane. A bus, the plane, this could be bus. A bus.
Yeah, that's him, yeah. A bus. Lovely guy. I think he's passed away now. And did you know that he actually had a wife that was about 6 foot? I wondered why he walked around with some ladders. but basically, he was a wonderful actor. It was a fantastic film to watch. Yeah. Roger Moore was in there.
That's right.
And obviously, Christopher Lee is famous for the horror films, isn't he?
Hammer House of Horror, that's right.
The Hammer House of Horror, Dracula movies and everything. And I remember one day, he was actually telling one of the great presenters of all time, Michael Parkinson, he was telling him a story. And he said that he was coming out of a toilet or going in a toilet, and a man came the other way and saw him and said, "Blood, don't bite me." I mean, genuinely, very, very frightened. I mean, I'd be frightened of him. I'd be frightened.
He's got that look, though, hasn't he?
Yes.
He has got that look. He hasn't got to say anything at all. So he was in Fantasy Island, and basically he was given £1 million per hit. So every time he took someone out, he was paid £1 million. But obviously Roger Moore got him because he's 007, James Bond, right? And that's what happened. But Nick Nack, you know how Nick Nack's life was finished? Do you know how it was finished? They put him in a suitcase.
I
and
remember
again-
that. Yeah, right
Yeah.
again towards
Yeah.
the end when they're on the ship.
Yeah,
That's right.
let him out. But to me, Nick Nack will be remembered for Fantasy Island. You know, when it used to come down the
Yeah.
plane and he used to go,
Abbas, Abbas, the plane.
Mahmood, thank you very much for your email. And he said, Billy, just to let you know, I know you're a bit of a ladies' man, but now you've started to use the gents. Yes, that is very true. And he said, you missed out last week. He said there was 5 ladies and 3 gents waiting for you at the Bullring Centre, but you never turned up and you missed out.
Is that true?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Well, you was invited, but you were in Dubai.
And I was invited to, so there were 3 gents and
G-
5
G-
lovely ladies.
G couldn't go
Right.
because she was going to go and have her hair done.
Again.
What a surprise. And did you know there's some women out there, they actually have hair extensions put in. Did you know that, Stevie?
They did, yes, I do.
You know,
yeah.
the amount of women that have asked me, I was at a cash point one day. No, I'm not going to give you my PIN number to disclose that
And they
information.
said, can I have some money?
And honestly, Billy, this woman come up to me and she says, "Gure tere baal kinne sone hai?" And she literally grabbed my hair. She goes, "Hey, extension to buy."
Extension?
And it was like butting my hair. I'm thinking, nay, auntie ji.
I tell you what, by the time she stopped pulling your hair, you didn't need extensions, did you?
Oh, dear.
She
And
extended it.
Did you say auntie to her, G? That's
I
what I
did,
need to know.
Auntie G.
And what would you say, Stevie, if you met an auntie G? What would you say automatically?
I would say Auntie G as well. I think,
Auntie G,
yes,
yeah. Can you imagine that we are the only people in the whole of the world that say uncle and auntie to complete and utter strangers?
You're probably right. You are.
Can you imagine a Jamaican saying to uncle auntie G, uncle G, or somebody from Ireland, hello there auntie G, hello uncle G?
Well, I actually know somebody that calls their mother-in-law
Yeah.
auntie ji.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, shocking to me as much as it sounds, but they
You're
don't call them mom.
going to tell me off air? Can you imagine somebody from the Black Country saying that? A Gora walking along, right? And he meets one of our aunties. Uru chonchu. Uru chomya. Oh. It's never going to happen, is it? Anyway, we've got to say very good morning going out to somebody that's 21 again. Her name is Gatika. Is that right? Gatika.
Gatika, yeah.
Gatika is 21 again.
That's a nice name.
And she was 21 on the 3rd of November.
Wow.
Plus VAT, I
Happy
think.
birthday.
Belated.
And also to her little daughter, whose name is Ria, and she will be 8 tomorrow.
Happy
So
birthday.
happy
birthday,
birthday
Ria.
going out to both of you. Now, I've heard a little bird has told me that Gatika makes wonderful fish pakoras. And Stevie and I have actually spoken to Gatika.
We have indeed. We
Yeah,
have.
and we said that we were coming over to get some fish pakoras. And you know what she said?
What'd
She
she
said,
say?
"Oh, you must let me know when you're coming over because I've got to tidy my house."
Oh, no.
It's
You can
amazing.
shove everything under the closet or the
No.
sofa settee.
No. Gatika, this is what you need to do. You need to buy yourself a bed settee.
That's what I mean. Shove it all in there.
All right, pick it up. and
Classic Indian style.
Put everything in there, including the husband. And then you haven't got.
dear.
Then you haven't got a problem. Then you haven't got a problem. I'll tell you what. I've got a story to share with you two. But I mean, it's so horrific. It's so horrible that there's no way in the world I could share it on air.
dear.
But absolutely amazing story. I'll actually email it to you afterwards. But thank you very much for that. We will definitely be in touch with you. But we will give you notice, and that comes from all your family, and especially from Super Conjuice Manjuice. Who that is, we don't know. Let's quickly say good morning going out to all the MPs. Very good morning going out to all the MPs, where the new rules and regulations will be in place within the next 5 years. And this means, I don't know whether you know this or not, Stevie, because you've been out of the country, but this means that they will not be able to employ members of their own family.
About time, though.
Does it include brother-in-laws? I don't know. So, brother-in-laws translated into Punjabi, you work that out for yourself. Okay, so
The question is, they can have new rules and regulations. The question is, will they comply?
I think they're all brother-in-laws. Right. Rules and regulations. So let's quickly talk about the Gurry-Walls, right? The Gurry-Walls were on
brilliant.
Channel 4 Wednesday at 9 o'clock. If you missed it, believe you me, you missed a treat. I'm sure you'll be able to catch it again on the internet or something.
That's right.
But it's about an Asian family, and I tell you what, are they stars? Did you know?
Superstars.
Apparently, they've done it free of charge. They're not getting anything for it.
Have they really? Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really, really good of him.
But having said that, I'm sure that they'll obviously have lots of offers of money from lots of people.
Plenty of fame for them.
Plenty of fame.
Yeah.
Right, so there was the mother. Her name is Sarbjit.
That's right, yes.
And she reminded me of that telephone. Hello, Moto.
She was fantastic, wasn't she?
Yeah, and she's got a bit of a Patta song as well.
The rock of the family.
Whether she is related to the Patta song, I don't know that.
She was definitely a trendy mother, wasn't she?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, yeah. And then you've got Arvinder. Now, can you imagine if his name was Vinder and he lived here in the Black Country? They'd say, who's that?
Perfect.
That's Arvinder. That's Arvinder, that is. That's our Maureen, and that's Arvinder. You, gee, didn't think of that one, did you? Eh? You didn't think of that one.
The coach driver.
And he drinks loads of cups of tea. If you have a read on
Yeah,
there, G,
I know.
it'll tell you how many cups of tea.
19 cups of tea.
He drinks 19
yeah.
cups of tea. He's a coach driver. And the funny part for me was when he was having the Mendy put on his hair.
Oh, yeah, right.
What was left of it. And he was saying, don't put it on my ears. That's what he was saying. Then you've got the son. His name is Sonny.
The eldest son, yeah.
And he works airport security at Heathrow.
Yeah,
Terminal
that's
3.
right.
Sada banda nagadi. Yeah. And
Saman
then,
nagadi.
and then you got Tindy. We've all got a Tindy in the family, haven't we?
That's right. Younger brother.
I'm not doing anything. But I want a new car. I want a new car. Buy me a new car. Buy me a new car.
And he's the one that wants a girlfriend.
He wants
he's
a
never
girl-
had a girlfriend.
Yes,
I find that difficult to believe.
We can get-
He actually
I'd say-
wasn't a bad-looking chap, was he?
I think he was lying, I really do.
Yeah.
Especially when they found that belt in the car.
He was
Yeah.
doing it good over the phone, chatting somebody up, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then you've got the daughter, and her name is Kaki.
That's right.
Now, whether it's a car key, I don't know. Right? It could be to a Volkswagen. And her husband's name is Jeet. And apparently he used to be some sort of Bollywood guy. And you've got a daughter and named Shay. Or that's going to be the daughter-in-law, I think.
Daughter-in-law, yes. Daughter-in-law
Sorry,
to
that
be.
is the daughter-in-law.
That's
but
right.
they're going to have an Indian wedding. They've got two kutte. Real dogs, by the way.
That's right.
Real dog. And the part that made me laugh, there was two parts that made me laugh.
Okay.
The part where the dad wants his breakfast.
Oh,
that's
yes.
And
that's cool.
she goes, cereal toast khala. And he said, no, I want a paratha.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
And then while she's doing that, he says to her, mere goli wala dabba le aake de. So he's after his medication box.
That was classic.
Yeah. And did you see the part with the shopping bag on her head?
Yes. Oh, that was just...
That was just so
Hilarious.
funny, wasn't it? It was so funny. Unbelievable. And then she was massaging his legs at night. You know, the husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been there. You know, get on my legs, walk on my legs, walk up and down.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah. I don't want to walk up and down my legs.
What about the bride-to-be?
The what?
The bride-to-be.
Shay.
Yeah,
Shay.
bride to be. Yeah. You talk
Some
about
of her
her.
language.
Oh, no, it was, that's what spoilt it for me.
It spoilt it for me.
It
as well.
spoilt
It's
it
a
for
shame,
me.
really.
But
other
really-
than that, it was really, really good, and especially the fact that the issues, real life issues that do take place.
Yeah.
So that was good that it was brought to our
And
attention.
apparently they're on for the whole of the year.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's
I'm
going to
really
be absolutely
looking
superb.
forward to
It's just going to be like Dallas, isn't it?
that.
Dallas all over.
If not better.
Yeah. And there's loads and loads of more surprises to come.
Look at his flip-flops.
Hey?
His
Yeah,
flip-flops.
they've all got flip-flops on, haven't they?
He's got his pant on with
Yeah.
flip-flops.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I bet when she used to comb the boy's hair, he didn't say, right? And she never said to the boy. I've never, ever heard a boy having his hair combed by his mother and where they've said they're going to set his hair on fire. So that's the Gary Walls. They are on and up and running on Channel 4 if you want to catch that. You got that to do for the Kotamala?
You got anything, Stevie?
Nothing
The
at
stop
all.
shop. Okay, we have a...
Yes, sirree.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
Morning,
morning.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, Billy?
Oh, wonderful, sir. G's here and Steve is here this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good
Good
morning.
morning, everybody. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir.
Sir?
I'm doing fine.
Sir?
Sir,
Sorry.
Ma'am?
That was
Yes,
you to say,
ma'am.
wasn't it?
Ma'am, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lal Elvis, what I want to ask you is, did you watch the Gary Walls by any chance?
No, I didn't, sir.
Oh, you must watch it Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Channel 4.
9 o'clock.
Right.
9 o'clock, sorry, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It's a must see. It's a must see. Absolutely superb. If you want to watch a guy that's gone bald who's having Mendy put on. If you want to watch his wife sitting there with a shopping bag on her head with the Mendy underneath.
Falling asleep, snoring away.
Yeah, and you've got the one son who doesn't want to do any work other than stay in bed and then deny that he knows anything about women.
All right.
Yeah, so well worth watching.
That wraps it up all right.
Have you had a parada, sir?
No, sir. I just had 2 cups of tea.
2 cups
Two
of
cups
tea.
of tea.
Did you have any sugar in yours, Mr Lal Elvis?
I do, yes.
1 sugar or 2, sir?
3.
3?
Oh, no wonder you're sweet.
Sweet so
You are a sweet guy. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you got an interesting fact for us?
I have indeed, yeah.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I've got 2. Right. Did you know that golf was banned in England in 1457 because it was considered a distraction from the serious pursuit of archery?
Ah,
Yeah.
didn't know that, but thank you very much for that. And what else?
And we have another one. I got it. Here we go.
I think he's putting the sugar in.
And here we go. Did you know that popcorn was first eaten in the by Europeans in 1621 when settlers in America received a deerskin bag of popcorn
Okay.
from Native American quadriquinias.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know who they are, but I've never come across that one, sir.
I think there must be 4 of them.
There must be, yes. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll give you an answer. Don't worry about that. We'll give you an answer. And Mr. Lal Elvis, is your throat all right today to do a couple of lines, or do you want to do it next week?
My throat's okay, sir.
Your throat's
brilliant,
okay.
brilliant.
So just give us a couple of lines of "I Want to Be Your Teddy Bear." Do you know that one?
I do indeed, yes, sir.
Yes, sirree.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go then. Yes.
Oh, baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you all.
Okay, Mr. Lal Elvis, and all your fans that are listening this morning, can you just say a very special good morning going out to all of them?
I'd like to wish all my fans a very, very good morning, and God bless you all.
Okay, sir.
Thanks, sir.
He's now leaving the building.
Yes, sir.
Jackie Japila. Sugar rich bunny.
Take care, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. God bless you.
God bless you, Billy.
God bless you.
Take care.
Ooh.
He's left the building. You see what I'm going to do now? Bring that over. So we got some music to talk about. You can see that, yeah? It's all done live on air here on Radio XL 1296 AM. Right, let me quickly share this with you. I was watching a wedding take place in India on, I think it was Tuesday, and it was at Little Papu's house, right? I'm always at Little Papu's, aren't I?
Little Papu, yes.
Yeah, always at Little Papu's. Now, G, tell me, this is what I couldn't get my head around. This woman, she was having Mendy put on, and it was taking 4 hours to put this Mendy on. Is that right?
Yes, yeah.
All over her hands, arms, legs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Her feet.
What Gore would call tattoo.
Tattoo.
I'm having a tattoo, right? And apparently, I was told you don't wash it off, you leave it on.
Yeah.
Who's going to make the roti?
Well, that's it. That's the get out, you see.
Is that the
No
get out?
work, yes.
No, seriously.
No, honestly, yes, you
Don't
need
they have
to
a wash?
leave
For example, she had it put all over her hands.
Yeah, it's obviously very creative patterns and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So you need to leave it on for a good few hours. I mean, obviously, when somebody's getting married, you're talking 6-7 hours, and sometimes
6-7 hours?
throughout the night
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, but
needs to
the
dry.
point is, doesn't she have to wash her hands?
Well, that's in the morning or after the 6-7 hours, and there's a certain method, really. Obviously, people deal with it differently, but you're supposed to actually rub some lemon on it
Yeah.
or some sarudatel on it, and then wash your hands. And that,
Do you know what, Billy?
as they say, jiniguria, that means they actually say that if it's really, really dark, that you have a lot of pyar with your sass. And sass is mother-in-law, by the way.
Sasakutani. What was you going to say, Stevie?
I'd say don't wash it up, put a bag over it.
Well, oh, come on. Give us some leeway. That's the only time we don't have to go in the kitchen.
Don't worry,
excuse.
don't worry, you will go in the kitchen eventually. So I also seen this guy who was going to get married, and he had some put on his hands as well.
They do now.
God,
I bet it was a love
I-
heart with his
I couldn't do
wife
that,
to be's
though.
name.
But you couldn't put the Mendy on, Stevie.
No way, no. I'm not really a big fan of that.
No.
It's not. It's not as much as obviously the woman. It's just probably a little love heart or initials or something.
Right.
They call it sugar now.
No. I'll tell you what it was. It was a map of how to get to the kitchen.
How to get to the kitchen? Oh God, I don't know about that.
And believe you me, the less you speak, the better, more entertaining some of you are. And that's a guarantee. I just want to say a very good morning going out to a young woman who said to me, she said, would you please give me a lift, Billy? I gave her a lift and I said that I was off to a party. And she said, well, where you going? I said, well, I need to iron my shirt when I get there. Iron the shirt here, she said. That's what she said to me, Stevie. You can iron the shirt at my house. So I went to her house. And I said, where's the ironing board? She says, I haven't got an ironing board. I said, what do you mean you haven't got an ironing board? She said, I haven't got an ironing board. I said, what do you mean you haven't got an ironing board? I haven't got an ironing board. She gave me a towel. She gave me a towel and she said, Punje pala, ya bed parala, right? So I had to put my shirt either on her bed, right, or on the carpet. I had a choice. I had a choice between the two, right? And I thought to myself, what a nutter, what a nutcase, right? And then, worst of all, she said to me, she said, would you please give me a lift to the shop?
Oh, okay.
I gave her a lift to the shop, and when I gave her a lift to the shop, she left all of these little dani all over my car. Have you ever noticed them, Steve? They're like glitter.
Yeah.
You can't get
them out. You can't, not even with a vacuum
Yeah, that's
cleaner.
right. So she spoiled my car.
Oh,
and anybody gets in the car now, these little glitter things will go all over them.
That added a bit of glamour to your vehicle.
Yeah, a bit of glamour, sedan.
Bit of a lady's touch.
Sedan. She was a sedan. There's no doubt about that. Do you know her? Her sister's a sedan as well. That's what I've been told. And not the. In fact, both sisters. In fact, all three. And one's called Kato. You know the one's called Kato. You know why she's called Kato? She got into a car. And the taxi driver said to her, what's your name? She says, Kato.
Kate.
Right? And that's what he thought her name.
So the taxi driver continued all throughout the journey to call her Kate.
Kate, that's right.
That was her name.
Very good morning going out to Ronnie from Hales Owen and her family. They've been in touch and they said, yes, Billy, we're also watching the Gurry-Walls and we love it. She said, it's absolutely wonderful.
I think everybody's watching it.
Everybody's watching it.
So they should.
It is so funny. So anyway, I've shared that story with you. I wasn't impressed, but there you are. You live and learn. Ironing boards not in every Asian household, from what I can gather. A towel definitely for the carpet, punje, or that means the floor.
Nothing like it.
Yeah. Have you got an ironing board, Stevie?
Yeah, I have somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I've got 3 ironing boards.
Have you really?
Yeah, one for upstairs, one for downstairs, one in the garage.
And I bet they're perfect, aren't they? No bits and bobs on there.
No, because the people that didn't want them and I bought them out of their house. There was something wrong with that.
Freebies. Very good morning going out to Harry. Welcome back from your trip from India. You returned a couple of days ago, so I hope you brought some good weather with you. By the looks of it, a little bit of sunshine. Also, good morning going out to Anita and Simi. The time's just gone 9:30, which means no more calls for today's swap shop then. I feel a little heading this way. Bit of old school. Nothing like a bit of old school. We're always playing latest and the greatest old releases, but I think we need to appreciate a bit of old school.
Yes, and you can tell your parents that you're actually not going to a disco in the afternoon. Does that bring any memories?
Too many.
If not, the Juttian definitely will.
Party mood.
Be careful, health and safety, you need to be very, very careful. Oh, very good morning going out to Sam, who's doing some cooking this morning. She's making a biryani. Stevie, we've got another invitation there. So wherever they're making any food, Stevie and I will be there.
I'll come in.
So Sam, we're coming round to your place. All right, thank you very much for that. Lovely to be invited, isn't it? She never said, but I'm sure as a real Asian person, she wouldn't say no.
No.
She wouldn't say no. She'd say, yeah, come along and eat. That's what it's all about, isn't
Very
it?
hospitable, of course.
It's hospitable, that's what it's about, yes. As long as we don't end up there afterwards. Hospitable. Also, very good morning going out to the Reader's Digest. Thank you very much for sending me a cheap pen and telling me that I can keep it.
No more checks?
No more checks for me. No.
They're slacking, aren't they?
Yeah, they know that Billy Babu's not going to buy anything. And also, I've got to say, very good morning going out to the coach driver. And I said to him, I said, where are you going? He said, punking. I said, what? I said, where are you going? He said, I am going punking. And you know what he meant? Barking. So he was going to Barking. So very good morning going out to the coach driver. And also I'm very, very sad because this is the second week that the Bikriwala is away.
Oh dear.
Bikriwala has left the country. He's gone to India for a wedding and he's gone for 3 weeks. So he went last week. This is the second week without bread.
Oh dear.
So I've got no bread. I've got no bread. I used to go to his house for free bread.
I said you need to go and meet his staff.
I wasn't the only one. Even the Chua went round as well.
What about Coventry?
Coventry. Oh, the Coventry wala. He hasn't been in touch this morning, but he's more than happy to deliver bread to women, he said. More than me. I said to him, that's not
Okay,
me.
that's understandable.
That's understandable. But it was unbelievable, you know, Stevie. I used to walk 3 streets away from where I lived, right, to go to the Bikri wala's house. And he used to say, Gana mere vaste ladi. And I used to think, yeah, it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it. I'm getting a free loaf and I'm going to put a song on as well. Especially going out to all the women that are in the kitchens this morning. Margi ai te kitchen no.
Not hot mendio.
Kitchen no gola Maria. Allegedly, I don't know whether it's true. Making rotiyan, making parathe, mooli wale, and the men sitting there saying, "Aur main paratha khana hai." You know, the worst thing that can happen in a house is if you get someone that comes along that's greedy. You know, every woman, when they see a greedy man walking through, they're going, "Oh no, the doorbell doesn't work. I can't hear you. I can't hear you." But there's so many ways they can get in touch with you. They can call you. They can knock the door.
Climb over the wall.
They can text you. They can email you. Let you know I'm coming. I want more parotha. I want butter and mutter. I want lassi di cha. I want lassi wala dod.
And if the Bronte are making, the windows open, so it's too late.
It's too late. The smoke signal goes out to everybody else.
Absolutely.
And especially if the Pukka family knows. The Pukka family. Everybody knows a Pukka family. Yeah? One son, one daughter. Very, very mota and mota. Coming over, and they invite themselves, don't they?
They do.
No, you don't bother coming. No, we're coming right now. We're outside. Knock, knock. Ding dong. Hello, Pukka family. Start eating. And I know one family. They used to live in Birmingham. They used to go over to this one guy's house. And they used to have a shower there as well.
Oh dear.
Ati shower leni. So they had to fix the towels out, give them the towels, everything. Soap hega auntie, shampoo hega ya. Safety chaidi ya paji hona nu. Honestly, this is all true. Unbelievable.
Safety.
And there was 12,064,000 of them. It's loads.
My goodness.
All belonging to the one family. And they used to have a minibus.
Did they
A
really?
minibus, and it was jam-packed, and they had to stop at one sign when it said 30 only, so 40 of them got out. So she said, Ronnie G, she loves you to bits, and she put a complaint in. She said, Billy, you talk too much.
I keep telling them that.
I couldn't understand what Sadia was saying. I couldn't, honestly. She came on, she went... No, it was like she was just fast-forwarding. That's not me, by the way. That's the tape.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do that, could I?
Got stuck.
You got stuck.
Place paused.
I also want to say very good morning going out to all the Auntie Gs that I see walking along with their pumps now. I don't know whether they actually go. I've seen one Auntie G, and she was by Junction 10 Walsall. And this was when I was coming in. She got a tracksuit top on.
Right.
She got the salwar kameez and whatever. She was wearing that, right? She had 3 loaves under her arm. She was off to feed the pigeons, from what I can gather. The kabooters.
Did she have some bread with her?
Yeah, that's what I said. 3 loaves. She had 3 loaves with her.
You're not allowed to do that now, are you?
You are?
You're not allowed to do that
You're
now,
not
are you?
allowed to do that unless you're Asian.
Okay.
Remember that. Unless you're Indian, Pakistani or Bengali, you're not allowed to feed the birds.
Access all
Only
areas,
you
then.
can feed the birds, because if anybody stops you, you can take them to court and say, it's a part of my lifestyle. Henna, 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 henna. Very good morning going out to all the people that say henna. Henna. That's not what you put on your hair, is it?
No.
Or the henna.
Or in it, and henna. And I was talking to a young lad yesterday. He says, this car, in it. What's it like? Is it all right, in it? And I thought, thank you, Lord. I don't speak like him. Hold on, here we go. He's tall, dark, and handsome. He's from Hagley Road, Birmingham. He's the one and only Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul!
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm fine.
Are you a doctor?
No?
No, all right. Neither am I. So many people, Abdul, these days, automatically they say, how are you? How are you? How are you? You see, the majority don't care, do they, Abdul?
No.
No. So where are you, Abdul?
I'm sitting on my new bed in my bedroom.
Right, so you've had a new bed. How old is it?
5 years old.
5 years old. God bless you. Do you want to become a politician? Because they're very good at saying things like that. No. All right. Okay, Abdul. What colour's the wallpaper in your room?
No, not wallpaper. It's a cream color.
The wallpaper's cream colour.
No, there is no wallpaper. Only cream color.
It's a cream wall,
Okay.
colour wall.
All right.
Right.
Did you have wallpaper on before?
Yes.
And what happened?
The painter took it out and he painted cream color.
Right. Okay, wonderful. And Abdul, have you had your breakfast?
Not yet.
Not yet. You're going to have your breakfast later on?
Yes.
What time?
After 5 minutes.
After 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So you've got up late today, Abdul?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I'm waiting for the phone.
You're waiting for the phone?
Yes.
What, is somebody calling you?
Yes, she will ring me.
She? Oh, Abdul.
A woman.
And has she been to Specsavers, Abdul?
I don't know.
You don't know? I am naughty. Please forgive me, Abdul.